When you get sad, who taught you how to do that? When you get happy, who taught you how to do that? Where did you learn how to do these things? We're going to talk about it on today's podcast.
Hi, my name is Michael Johnson. I'm a ballroom dance professional, a life coach, and a peak performance expert. I'm part of a group of motivated people who are dedicated to attaining emotional mastery and unlocking our full potential. We've realized life is a dance. The ups and downs can spin you out of your mind, but it's time to take back control. It's time to become a lifer. We don't believe others are responsible for how we feel. In fact, we don't believe anyone can make us feel anything. We are a new breed of overachievers. Emotional mastery is our journey, and unlocking our full potential is the key. Welcome to the journey. We are lifers, and this is Magic for Life.
What's up, lifers? Michael Johnson here with the Magic for Life podcast. I'm so glad you joined me today. And we're addressing this question of who taught you how to be happy or sad or excited or any of these emotions. Who taught you how to do it? This is an interesting question because you probably looking back, there was not a single person. And for most people, there was probably not a single time when you learned how to do this. And so what happened? How did you learn how to be sad? Well, you probably looked at your surroundings. You looked at the people that were older than you, your social dynamic. You looked at a few things in your world and you copied what you saw. And so if mom was sad at a movie, then you might be sad at that type of movie as well. If, dad got angry when somebody cut him off driving down the street and you saw that from the back seat, then maybe you also decided when you were going to drive that if somebody cut you off, you were going to be angry as well. Honestly, a lot of our emotional states and the things that we're doing to execute our emotional being every day come from things that we learn from observing and watching the people around us. And thank goodness that we can do that. I mean, honestly, it's a defense mechanism to help protect us and help us learn and grow faster. However, we're now in an age where it is very clear that we are not emotionally adept to the world around us in the way that we need to be. You know, we upgrade all of our cars, we upgrade our computers, we upgrade everything in our life on a regular basis, and we expect upgrades. Like, this is a normal thing. However, why aren't we expecting an upgrade to our emotional operating system? This is huge. Guys, you have to start to think about how come you feel a certain way. Now, why are you happy? Why are you sad? If something happened today that made you feel, and notice I'm using those words very carefully, made you feel a certain way, how come it made you feel that way? Well, let's talk about it. Let's break it down for just a second. It made you feel that way because you decided to give it meaning, which means if you actually think about the words there, it didn't make you feel that way. I know, that's crazy. It's a little weird to think about. It didn't make you feel that way. That thing that happened that you experienced didn't make you feel any way. You gave it meaning. And as you gave it meaning, you decided what to feel. And so somebody driving down the road where another person cuts them off, one person thinks, I'm angry at them. I'm going to speed up. I'm going to go cut them off too. And they get angry and they get a little road rage. Another person sees that person cut them off and they go, gosh, they must be in a hurry. I hope everyone in that car is safe and I hope they make it where they need to without any injury. And that's two completely different meanings given to the same situation. See, you are in charge of giving every situation the meaning that it has. This is huge. And this is so impactful. Because if we can give something meaning by how we interpret it, then we've got to get better at interpreting the situations around us. The experiences that we're having, the life that we're leading, we have got to get better at experiencing those situations and giving it meaning. And that's interesting thought, because it changes everything. The dynamic on your world will change as an overall whole. This is hard for some to believe. I understand it completely. I was running a intensive on emotional mastery recently, and shortly after, I heard back some feedback from one of the people in it, that they were talking to some friends about it, and their friends were like, "Well, you can't do that. You can't feel the way you want to feel. The situation is going to tell you how to feel." And I thought, gosh, that's such a limiting belief, to look at the world and actually believe that the world gets to tell you how to feel. And there are a lot of people in this world that is indeed the case, that the world gets to tell you how to feel. Gosh, that's not fun at all. But, I guess for some people, that's why they go and do the things that they're doing. They're trying to get the world to tell them how to feel. You see, there's nothing out there that can make you happy if you can't make you happy. If you can't decide and understand how to control and manage your mind and your emotions so that you can give meaning to every situation that comes through the door, well, then your loss of control or your loss of management of your emotions is what's actually holding you back from feeling the way you'd like to. There is no thing, there is no vacation, there is no amount of money, there is no new car or new shiny bauble that you can get that will make you feel the way you want to feel. You have to decide. And for many people, that's what they've done. They've decided, if I could get that car, then I'll be happy. And the happiest you're going to be is when you can decide to be happy because you'd like to be happy. In your situation, in your world, in your moment, right now, think about it. What is going on in your world? And how are you feeling about it? What is the meaning that you've given to the situation that is happening to you right now in your world? And for just a second, think out of the box. Think out of the box. If this isn't something you've done before, okay, just go with me for a second. But if it is something that you've done before, this should be good practice. But for a moment, think about the situation you're experiencing in your world right now. And if it is really hard, look at it and try to determine what that really means. Does it mean you're going to be a better person tomorrow? Does it mean you're growing? Does it mean you're stretching to become a better person? What does it mean? What does the situation currently mean? And what could it mean? What could it mean? If you were to look outside of yourself, let's just say you were able to talk to me one-on-one right now. What would I be able to reframe your situation to be if I was looking for a positive outlook? What could I reframe it to be? Imagine talking to me right now. What would I say? Or better yet, if you have a mentor in your life, a coach, maybe you've had a life coach, maybe you've had a mentor in the past, maybe you've had a teacher or somebody that you looked up to and you thought, man, they always had the answers. They always knew just what to say. They always got it. Think about what they would say right now. I can imagine it right now. I have a mentor that I oftentimes refer back to, and I think, gosh, what would she say? What would she tell me right now? In this situation that maybe I lost control and for a moment gave it a meaning that I didn't want to give it, and now I've got to go back and redo it. What's the meaning? What's the meaning? I'm having a hard time coming up with what that meaning is. Okay, great. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to think about what my mentor would say and what meaning they would possibly give it. And maybe my mentor would say, hey, you know what? Just fly by the seat of your pants and keep moving forward. Do the best that you can do. Add value to everybody's life and keep moving forward. Now I'm just thinking about my current situation. Keep adding value. That's what one of my mentors would say. Keep adding value. Add more value to people's lives than anyone else, and everything will be all right. But in your situation, think about your mentor. What would they tell you? If you don't have a mentor and you need one, please reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. I don't do a huge amount of life coaching, individual one-on-one. We do have some programs that we do where I do some group coaching. So if you're interested, please reach out to us. Because sometimes it's great to have somebody else to help you figure out a different meaning, because sometimes you get so attached to one meaning, and that's what things mean, and it has to be that. It has to be that meaning. And so as you get stuck in those moments, it is amazing to have a resource, somebody else, a mastermind to connect to help you figure out a new meaning and be able to give that situation a new feeling. And then you can start to feel how you'd like. Now, emotional mastery is a journey. It is not, I'm going to learn it and be done with it. It is a journey. It's the direction and path that I'm going on, and it's something you'll get better at every day. And yes, we'll have some setbacks, but that's okay. We can get better at it every single day. So as you thought about who taught you to be happy and who taught you to be sad, you might have thought of a situation, a time, a person, a group, a family member. That may be true. But isn't it time for you to decide now? Isn't it time for you to decide how to be happy and how to be sad? Yes, I said how to be sad because sometimes you do. Sometimes you want to be sad. So isn't it time that you take back control and that you are in charge of your emotions? You see, the ramifications are massive. If you're in charge of your emotions, that means you're in charge of giving meaning to every experience that you have. And when you can do that, when you can give meaning to every situation and decide exactly how you'd like to feel, you are indeed in charge of your life. Nobody can make you feel anything. Guys, this is huge. And I'd like to challenge all of you to start to head down that path. I'm not asking you to be perfect at it, and certainly not asking you to be perfect at it today, but just start with one thing. Give one thing a different meaning so that you can feel the way you'd like to feel. If you've given a situation today meaning that allowed you to be sad, is there another meaning that you can give it to change how you would feel about that experience in that situation? Now, if you want to be sad about it, don't let me get in the way. Feel sad about it, but at a certain point, you decide when you're done being sad. And maybe that thing will be sad to you for the rest of your life, and that is okay because you get to decide. As long as you decide. So, with that being said, I challenge you to start to give new meaning to your situations, to your experiences, to your life, and to your world, because as you control it, you have the ultimate power. Guys, I'm so glad you joined me today. I hope this podcast helped, and as usual, if you know somebody that you feel that this could help, please share this podcast with them on iTunes or Spotify or Google Play, wherever you listen to your stuff. And for sure, if you really liked it, I'd love to hear from you. Take a screenshot of the episode and tag us on Instagram or tag us on Facebook and let us know that you are enjoying the podcast. Anyway, so grateful for you to be here today, and hopefully this has shed some light on some emotional awareness. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you at the next episode, or having you join us in the next episode. And as usual, share it with your friends. And we'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.
Want more Magic for Life? If so, then reserve your copy of my new book. Get your copy at everyminutebook.com. Inside this book, you'll find the secrets to attaining the next level of performance in anything you do. Learn the secrets behind emotional mastery that'll start you on your new journey of being a lifer. Whether you're an athlete, a business professional, or an artist, this book will change your life forever. Get your copy reserved today.